Welcome back to Lakeland. Paul Plack here with Rick Schrameck, who is the CEO of Epic Aircraft, and we're here to talk about a couple of new aircraft that are being built by a sister subsidiary that were announced today, and also about some of the things going on in Epic Aircraft that seem, well, like you're pulling miracles out of hats or something, to mix metaphors. Rick, thanks for taking a few minutes out.
Absolutely my pleasure. I certainly don't believe that we're making miracles. We're a company that is very focused on developing product that the market wants, and it's my job to make sure that we deliver to that need.
All right, let's talk about the two new aircraft that you introduced today at the press conference. One of them is an LSA, a very crowded marketplace. Tell us about your new entry, what it's going to be called, and what will make it different and successful.
Well, the LSA, actually, the LSA and the Polar, those aircraft were designed by me in the year 2000, which was before LSAs. And it was actually designed as a two-place Reno race plane and as a two-place sport aircraft, which I was very interested in at the time and flew. So it basically got put on the shelf while we did the few airplanes that we have now, which were upmarket aircraft, and the market really seems to want the Epic LT and the aircraft that we build. As this economy has done what it is, it really looked to me like it was the time to invest in, to make sure that we had a family of products that could cover most every need. The reason that I built an LSA version was that my belief was most of the LSAs don't look like airplanes.
Really? I recall talking to the guys at Icon Aircraft, and they had research suggesting that too many of them looked like old airplanes.
Well, I guess there's there's a different reason for everything. I think that if you look at the people in Icon, they have their own views of things, and with Mr. Rayburn being on their board, they have their view of stuff, and you could maybe call that a little disruptive. I'm kind of a traditionalist. I believe that you can look like an airplane, but you don't have to look old, and that's really what composites give you. I don't think that that you really need to be that much different. You do need to be sleek. You need to look fast. You need to look very sensual. I wouldn't call it sexual, but very sensual. Airplanes sell themselves on the ground. Good-looking aircraft sell.
Cirrus Design's Vision SJ50 single-engine personal jet offers exceptional fuel efficiency, flexible seating for up to 7, advanced avionics, and all the Cirrus safety features you expect, including the Cirrus airframe parachute system. With its detailed design, the Cirrus Vision is technologically advanced, yet engineered to be simple to fly, to allow owner pilots more lifestyle pursuits than any other personal aircraft. Learn more about the Vision SJ50 at cirrusdesign.com.
Let's talk about the specifics of the two aircraft, starting with the two-place. What obviously it's not going to be a Reno Air Racer and make LSA specs. So what will the specs be?
Well, the airplane actually, from the firewall back of the fuselage, will be the same on all the aircraft. There are 4 different versions. The wing dramatically changes as you get away from LSA, and obviously firewall forward changes. The ability to have retract landing gear and fixed gear change with the wing, so it becomes actually reasonably, since you're changing firewall forward, since you're changing wings, you can go into a retract configuration pretty well. The cockpit fuselage side, the tail feathers, actually fit both of those environments, and certainly my CFD modeling and all of the engineering that I've done certainly bear that, and I guess we'll see.
All right, what are you going to call them?
Those aircraft will all be called different versions of Focus. Hopefully not as in Ford, but basically the focus is focus on a two-place aircraft, a high-performance or a sporty two-place aircraft, something we all can fly.
All right, now you mentioned during the press conference that your projected time frame is Oshkosh next year. Coming from anybody else, that would be an outrageous statement, but you seem to have the ability, and your engineering team does, to pull beautiful, finished-looking aircraft out of thin air in like 6 months' time. What is it that you do that makes that possible?
One, I think we have a incredibly talented team. We talk about focus, and we stay focused on the aircraft and do not allow feature creep. So if we decide that it's something that we think the market would want, that is what we build. So I really keep my guys focused on building that aircraft. With our technology, our composite technology specifically in manufacturing practices, we have build airframes in very few parts, which means very few molds. And that has allowed us, we figured out how to do it in 6 months or less.
Welcome to the Aero-News Network, the aviation world's most comprehensive news and information resource. Real-time 24/7 online audio and video programming, where aviation has been getting updated for over a decade. Distributing over 11,000 stories, features, audio and video programs every year. Only ANN covers aviation and aerospace with this much depth, insight, and expertise. Check us out on the web at aero-news.net.
Now, a couple of regulatory things are coming down the line that may be disruptive to your model of building aircraft under the experimental rules. Do you see any changes or anticipate any changes in the way you do business as a result of that?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I would disagree with you. I think that the new rules and regulations, I have been on the ARC committee for 3.5 years, and really the new interpretation of the existing regulations. They did not change regulations, so we need to be real care about that. But in their interpretations of that, working with the manufacturers very closely as the FAA has, I don't see that any of us will dramatically change the way we do our business. Our model has proved to be well within the certainly well within the regulation, and we don't see much change in the near future, and we will continue to be building experimental aircraft.
Rick, you have parked at your display here a beautiful single-engine jet. Is that a one-off, or is that a consumer product at this point? And tell us a little bit about how you were able to create that airplane, again, when it seems very tough for a lot of people to get their single-engine jets actually flying.
Well, that aircraft is number 2. It is the second flying. We have about 400 test flight hours in the original prototype that we produced in, I believe, 202 days from a clean sheet of paper. We have production tooling, so we are producing it. This is the first amateur-built Victory aircraft. It just happens to be mine. The airplanes are available as kit, and we are absolutely certifying the aircraft. Again, I go to, we're not doing anything, we're not doing rocket surgery. We have a certified engine that is well known, so we're not developing anything new there. The carbon that we use and the technology we use, we're one of the largest vendors or customers for carbon, so we get a really good price, and we have 3 manufacturers that supply us to our needs, and it really allows us to build an inexpensive, light, affordable aircraft.